Yo, my family, welcome to another video. If you do not know me, my name is Daddy Mangan. If you're into fitness, into stupid shit, into whatever you are into, don't forget to subscribe if you're new to the channel, people. We're going to be posting on the regular. But today, guys, we're going to be talking about a specific body part. By the title of this video, you probably know that. We're talking about them legs, them quadzillas, them hamstrings. We're talking about leg development today, guys. Suited for boys and girls. So do me a favour, drop this video a thumbs up, sit back, relax, enjoy the video. So guys, you might ask what has triggered this video. Well, if you follow me on Instagram, you might have seen my recent transformation on my legs. If you haven't seen the photo, I'll put a photo over here. Actually, it's actually the thumbnail. So that is the photo I posted on Instagram. And it triggered me to actually make a video on how I got my legs from the picture on the less developed picture to the most developed picture, which is as of now. A lot of you guys know that my legs is my genetically strong point, and a lot of you guys also ask me how I train legs, how often I train them, and all that sort of stuff. So in this video I thought I'd go through that. And obviously you guys know, as the title says, this was using anabolic steroids. Am I telling you to do that? No. And am I promoting them? No. All I'm showing you guys is my life through transparency and how I live my life. I'm not saying you must go and be me. Don't do that. Do not do that. So in terms of like a starting point of where I started with my legs, I'll put like a photo here of the furthest away photo I can find when I was a little scrawny wee bitch. Obviously, they were a body part for me that just never seemed to grow, ever. So they just never grew. As much as I smashed them or thought I was smashing them, they never responded. I never used to train them that much because I was very discouraged, and I thought, you know what, I'm just never going to get a decent pair of legs. So like most guys, I never really used to train legs. It was mostly like the girls in the gym training legs, so yeah. So like I was saying, guys, I never really used to train legs. It was like all the guys were just doing chest, and my friends at the time would even be doing chest, shoulders, or like arms. So of course we were going to do chest, shoulder, or arms, or back. We never really trained legs until at one point I realised that I needed to start training legs. Alright guys, so in terms of how frequently you should be training legs, if you're a beginner, once to twice a week is absolutely fine. In my opinion, a quad dominant day with some hamstring top up the one day, and then some hamstring dominant with some quad top up the other day is absolutely spot on. You don't want to be training them too frequently because then they won't respond. However, you don't want to be neglecting your hamstring nor your quadricep. So what you do is you put legs A, legs B, and you have quad dominant with hamstring top up, and then hamstring dominant with quad top up. Therefore you hit the whole leg. You get muscle prosthesis twice a week, you get more stimulus twice a week, and everyone makes more gains, maybe. One of the things I guess I just never learned for so long was how hard you have to train in order to actually put on any sort of tissue. There's so many people that I see in the gym I work at training, and for instance, they won't actually be training nearly as hard enough to actually wanting to grow their legs or develop a body part. In fact, another thing is no one is carrying a logbook. Now the logbook is so important, guys. If you're not logging your workouts and actually trying to progressively overload your muscle groups, then I promise you, you're going to get fed up as you will not respond. The body needs to be progressively overloaded. That is king. So for example, very simple way of explaining it. Say I go do a leg extension and I do 50 kilo leg extension for 10 reps. That next time I go back to do the leg extension, I need to progress that. So if I'm getting 10 reps, if that is my rep range for that set, I need to be increasing the weight. So I'll go for 55 or 60 for approximately 8 to 10 reps again. Once I get to 10 reps on that, I'll progress the weight. Does that make sense? Yeah. So you want to basically stay in that rep zone that you're aiming for, and every time you top it up. So say every time you hit between, say your rep range is 8 to 10. Every time you hit the 10th rep, yeah, you want to up the weight 5 or 10 kilos. Therefore, you're doing progressive overload. The muscle's going to adapt, the muscle's going to grow. So seriously guys, seriously straightforward tips for growing legs, guys and girls, by the way. This just goes for all of you. If you're not using a logbook to progressively overload your workouts, then I heavily suggest doing that, because you'll just see a massive change. And if you're not training to a level of intensity that's going to allow your body to go into shock, you're just wasting your time. So guys, I just encourage you to go into the gym with your logbook, have your rotation written down, have your numbers you have to beat written down, and then absolutely go in there, smash it, and that's it. Go in there, train really hard, intensity levels through the roof, and guys, do that for, you know, a fair few months, you will see progress. Now, I just want to touch on the fact, yes, I did take anabolic steroids in order to grow the amount of muscle I have. However, believe me guys, I do work very, very hard. I diet, I eat what I'm told to eat by my coach Jordan, I train my arse off, I get enough sleep, I get enough water. It's not like, that's better. It's not like steroids just go straight in your shoulder or your glute and in one shot you're just freaking Phil Heath. It's not like that, guys. It's really, really not. Steroids only help a little bit. It's you that has to put the work in to build that muscle. You don't just go bang, bang, bang action, man. Do you know what I mean? It's obviously it helps you a lot and it gives you that edge, but you have to be very, very meticulous with your training, your diet, your sleep, your water intake, everything. I know a lot of people on gear, and I know a lot of people off gear, and I know a lot of people off gear who look better than the people on gear. You know what I mean? Because the people off gear, most of the time, are more meticulous with their training, their diet, and all the important stuff. That's the thing, all the important stuff. Food is way more important than anabolics. Training hard as hell and progressing your lift is way more important than anabolics, because without those two things, then the anabolics can't work. So you can take 4 million milligrams of every single thing on the planet and have your training out of whack, your sleep out of whack, your diet out of whack. I don't care how much good stuff you're taking, it's just going to be absolutely ineffective. You're going to get loads of side effects, you're not even going to grow any muscle, therefore it's going to be an absolute pointless exercise. So don't think because I've taken anabolics that I just got massive legs. It's not actually quite like that. I've spent years training them really, really hard. I've spent years making sure I'm getting all my meals in. I've spent years doing whatever it takes to become the best I possibly can be in the gym. So don't necessarily think steroids have just made me into He-Man, because that's not the case. Big a little bit. Legs was a lagging body part for me. So if you're watching this and you have a lagging body part, that's probably not going to be legs. If it is legs, then awesome. If it's not legs, then just apply this to the lagging body part. So for example, if your lagging body part is arms and you're suffering to grow your arms, then increase the frequency of how often you train arms, okay? So what you'd have to do is lower the volume you're doing in the sessions, but increase the frequency, aka the amount of times you train arms during the week, okay? Make sure you're eating enough food, make sure you're sleeping properly, make sure you're training hard in the gym and progressing your lifts, and your arms should grow. That's just a little tip for you guys who are struggling to grow your arms or only have a muscle group. Back to legs. So when it comes to like exercise selection for growing your legs, what exercise is what I personally pick to potentially put in a program or run myself. As a beginner, you want to obviously go for the heavier stuff, okay? So you're looking at your barbell squats, you want to use your leg extensions, your leg presses. For stuff like hamstrings, you want to be doing straight leg deadlifts. Why do you want to do the compound movements? Because when you're a beginner, you're looking to get the most from the least. So something like a squat is going to recruit a lot more muscle fibers and muscle, you know, recruitment than something like a walking lunge. A walking lunge will recruit, you know, fibers, but not as much as a squat. So as a beginner, you want to go for the heavier stuff. You want to go for the stuff that's more taxing, that's going to do more damage. You know, lower volume, higher intensity. So for example, if you're a beginner watching this, what leg exercises would I say you should be doing? Definitely a squat, definitely a walking lunge, definitely a leg press, definitely a straight leg deadlift, definitely some sort of maybe a glute bridge. Stick to the potentially the heavier stuff, okay? Obviously, base your sessions around the bigger movements like your squat, but then later on in the session when you're pretty fatigued, you can add in stuff like leg extensions, you know, but focus on, you know, the bigger stuff first. If you guys are more advanced and you have, you know, potential parts of your legs that are slacking, then ideally you want to be putting a leg extension or hamstring curl first before your bigger movement. So for example, I'd put a leg extension first before a barbell squat. So you've already punched the quad. Do you know what I mean? Your quads have already been fried, there's already blood in there, there's already fatigue, and then when you're going to your squat, your quads are going to get even more rattled. But if you're a beginner, like I said, keep it simple, get really good at squatting for your legs, really good at straight leg deadlifting, really good at deadlifting, really good at doing those sorts of movements in a progressively overload manner, and you will grow. Now, if you're a girl watching this video, I don't want you to think this doesn't appeal to you, because girls and boys are the same, apart from one has a willy and one has a vagina. That's the only difference. bodies are bodies. We respond all the same, okay? We have to train hard. That's the bottom line. Girl, you have to progressively overload your lifts. Simple as that. That is how it works. Boy progressively overload lifts, develops legs. Girl progressively overloads lifts, develops legs. Now, training is one thing and it's very, very important to developing muscle, of course. However, what's also just as important, okay, is how much food you're eating. If you are simply just not eating enough food, then your body will not be able to repair. If your body can't repair, it can't grow. So obviously smashing your muscle is all great, yeah, that's fine, but if you can't actually repair that muscle you're smashing, then it won't grow, therefore you won't get the results you're wanting. So the chances are you guys have to eat more food than you're currently eating, okay? If you're not managing to repair and you're training hard, then you need more food simply because you need to grow. So if I was you guys, you want to be in a calorie surplus, so find out your maintenance calories, okay? Add on 300, add on 500, see how you go. You don't want to be adding more than a kilo a week. You know, anywhere between half a kilo and a kilo a week of weight gain is perfect. However, guys and girls, you guys do need to be eating in a surplus in order to build the muscle you're wanting to build. Don't think you can just eat in a deficit and expect, you know, masses of muscle mass, because it's just not going to happen. Even in a calorie... Damn. Even in a calorie surplus, it's not going to happen, okay? But you need to put new material on your body to grow muscle. So the only way you can possibly do that is to be in a calorie surplus. So work out your maintenance calories. Say your maintenance calories is 3,000 calories, okay? Then start on 3,200, see how you do in weight gain. Then move up to 3,500, see how you do in weight gain, etc, etc, etc. So guys, eat in a calorie surplus. Guys and girls, yeah, you're going to have to lose, if you're a slightly leaner individual, you're going to have to lose your abs to put on some muscle. That's how it goes. You can't stay lean all year round unless you're on copious amounts of drugs and build more muscle. I'm talking like really progress your physique. So, calorie surplus, progressive overload, rest, sleep, and you're hitting gold. But that's it for today's video, guys. I really hope you enjoyed it. If you want to see more of these videos, like one for chest, one for back, whatever you want to see, drop a comment down below, guys. If you're new to the channel, don't forget to hit that subscribe button. It's been your boy Danny Mac, buddy, and we're out of here. Peace.
Now we won't go back home today, until the very last hour.